The game's on too.
Get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas, with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast, repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing today, man? How you doing, brother?
We are here after a long day of work and, dealing with, life.
Corporate issues.
Yeah. I get to sit back and talk a little bit about Cowboys football.
Yeah. One of my favorite topics of the day is talking about the Cowboys. Talking about all the emotions that's going on with, preseason. This is the first year in a long time that a lot of our fan base, what's up, Kelly Cal? They're really taking preseason like it's a regular season. I've never seen, on all sides of the ball, all fans, I'm like, you guys know that this doesn't count, right? This is for practice. This is practice. This is for the rookies and veterans trying to make the team. Why y'all? Everything is like, oh my God. I'm like, whoa, on every side, all the fans. I'm like, what's going on out here? I don't understand it.
So what I've been looking at and what I've noticed, we haven't had any joint practices within the team, and everybody wants to talk about how the defense is beating up on the offense or whatever. It's the defense has caught up with the offense because you can only run so many plays against the same defense time after time after time after time. And I think some people forget that these are professionals. They are programmed to make reads. They're programmed to recognize certain formations, recognize so many, not only the formations, but tendencies.
Yes.
And especially if you're going to practice against your own team, you know what they're going to do.
Exactly.
You don't know what they're going to do before they know what to do it. So, I think I saw a post. Somebody put up a post that even one of the Cowboys reporters were saying that how bad that the offense is looking and so forth and so on. This is the worst. I know what it was. The worst training camp that they have ever seen Dak have. And I'm like, really? This is really what we're going to say at this particular point? It's training camp. It's against your own team. So I want to use the Aaron Rodgers statement to say, relax.
Exactly. It's overblown. Everything's overblown, especially with Mozzie. That Mozzie situation is really overblown. He went up against the number one, the number two in the second half, maybe, but he was going in the first half against the number ones on the O-line. I'm like, he's a rookie. He's supposed to actually go through some challenges, some uphill battles. What do y'all want him to do? Be perfect every game? I said, I understand Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter went up against the number twos and number threes on the offensive line, so it make him seem like he's a beast. I get it. But let this play out. This preseason's here for a reason so they can practice. Mozzie's going to be just fine. He's going to be fine. But everybody's saying, oh, he's so overrated. He's like Taco. Why do we even choose him? Why do we pick him? I'm like, relax. Come on. Give us a break. This is crazy.
So I got to ask a question. So has Mozzie played on the same field as D-Law?
Nope.
Has he played on the same field as Parsons?
Nope.
LVE?
Nope.
The the starting corner, starting safeties?
No.
So
He has not.
with him being a number one pick and playing against other teams' starters, because you got to remember these teams that we played, they have played their starters.
Yep, indeed.
At the beginning of the game. There's nobody to take pressure off him. Why do you think against the Jaguars he was getting triple teamed? Now remember, he's getting triple teamed now. Everybody was saying that, oh my God, look at the impact that this kid is having on the team already.
Yeah,
because
right.
he was getting double and triple teamed. And now that he's, now that he's going up against, some NFL starting guards and tackles, now he's not doing it. Now he's a wash. Come on, people.
Man, listen, I don't understand. I think he's going to be just fine. He's going to be fine. I mean, hey, when Seattle had that big run, some of that wasn't his fault either. You know what I'm saying? The safety, Bell, for certain reasons, he took the wrong hole. Now, I don't know if he was making a business decision that they say on television, but he took the wrong hole. So because he took the wrong hole, it was wide open. That wasn't just Mozzie's assignment. Mozzie took up the guard the way he's supposed to. Bell read the wrong hole. Instead of going, actually, what was it? Instead of going to the right, he went a little left, and it was wide open. So it's not all Mozzie's fault. Come on, they got to understand. And to say he's a bust after 2 preseason games, I'm like, oh my God, it's the craziest thing. It's crazy. I don't get it. Between that and, we lost 2 games and the sky's falling. I'm like, it's preseason, people. I've seen teams go 5-0 in preseason, the Jets and the Lions, and win 1 and 0 games. It's crazy. Yeah. I don't understand. It's preseason, just like the game last night with the Ravens and the Redskins. I don't know if you watched that game, but the Ravens had a 24-game winning streak in preseason, right? And so the Redskins was doing their damnedest, excuse my French, to win that game, and it was preseason. I don't know if they're trying to set the tone, but they won the game, and everybody was cheering in the stands, and they were acting like they won the NFC championship game. I was like, oh, my God. I couldn't understand. I'm like, this is preseason, man. This is crazy.
So the Cowboys stated, what reason did they state, Kelly? Because I didn't get a chance to look that up. As far as Mark is concerned, what I know is he's learning something that he's not familiar with. He's going from react to read, then react. Right. I mean, in college, he only had one job, and that was clog up the middle. It wasn't anything. I'm trying to put it out. It wasn't anything too complicated. Just gap control. Yeah, college is about gap control. You might have a couple twists here, you might have a couple stunts, but it's more of gap control. In the NFL, it's way more complicated than that.
It's way more complicated because you're gonna have the stunts. He's gonna have to actually read all the keys and what have you. So I mean, it's different, and it's just different. I just don't understand. I think Mozzie's gonna be perfectly fine. He's gonna be perfectly fine. And anyway, he's backing up to Hankins anyway. Hankins is going to start games, and then Mozzie's going to come in and give him a breather. And then there may be times when they're on the field together, hopefully. But other than that, man, I'm like, why is everybody so emotional? Relax. Don't overreact. Whatever is going on TV and what you see in the news, just let it play out. Just let it play out, man. We got bigger fish to fry anyway because our offensive line, I think we need some depth on the offensive line. We still do, and that concerns me just a little bit, even though we don't have the starters. But if the starters go down, then we're going to have to utilize some of these young rookies and young 1 and 2 year players. So I think we need more depth on the offensive line, and everybody loves Deuce. Everybody loves Deuce, but I want Deuce to start a game. Deuce comes in right after Rico's done his thing and whatever, then Deuce comes in. I want to see Deuce start a game against basically the ones from another team. That's what I want to see. Because everybody say, oh, watch, he's going to start over Pollard. Watch. I'm like, do you understand what you're talking about? I said, he's a rookie, and Pollard is our featured back right now. There's no way.
So Kelly says the Cowboys mentioned on the podcast that the reason why there's no joint practice is who is better for them to go against than a Dan Quinn defense. Well, that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Dan Quinn, hey, top 3 defense in the league right now. Why not? But I like the joint practices though. I like them. I like them because sometimes when you go up against your own teammates, just like you say, you know their keys, you know their tendencies, and coming up playing against other teams is not bad. It's not bad though.
Well, and on top of that, look how many fights have been breaking out in these joint practices. I mean, it's literally fights everywhere, and as a player, you definitely want to go up against somebody who, you're tired of looking at your brother over there that, every single play. And so when that Diggs Dak situation came up, to me, that was nothing because I've been in training camps before and I've been in mini camps before the season, and you're going up against the same person every single play. And you're hearing the coach say, run it again. And you're running, so the defense hear the coach say, run it again. So it's a chess match against familiarities. You got two separate entities that know each other. So you're going to have some wins and losses, especially with looking at the same team over and over again. But I'm going back to the joint practices again. I know there's always been fights, in these joint practices, but it seems like it's every day that you read on social media or somebody's putting on Twitter that there was a fight somewhere.
Yeah, everybody's trying to make a team, man. They're trying to make a team. Nobody wants to go out here and get bullied and look bad, so they just take it out on their opposing team. They say, well, listen, hey, I need to feed my family. I'm not trying to get out here and get dogged. Sometimes, hey, tempers flare up. It's hot. You're aggravated. And you just, let your emotions do the talking. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's just football too. Football is a very emotional sport. Sometimes it's hard to tone it down a little bit. Sometimes it's hard. And some players on edge, man. I'm telling you, man, especially in the hot sun. This is crazy out there, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So what do you think about Zeke going to the Patriots?
That's Belichick, though. Belichick likes to actually sign veteran running backs, though. That's just his MO. He's known to do it. I mean, I think that's going to be a good fit for him. I just don't know if the Patriots' offensive line is any good. I know they have a good defense, but I don't know if, their offensive line is any good. They're going to use Zeke in short yardage because they have some issues. But, I'm looking forward to seeing him playing against the Jets and the Buffalo Bills, basically, here in New York, New Jersey. But I'm not looking forward to seeing him on the field. It's going to be odd seeing Zeke playing against us when we play against the Patriots. It's going to be odd.
And the type of coach that Belichick is, he's going to make sure that he feeds Zeke.
Yep, at least 20 times. At least 20.
That's just 20. What Belichick. That's what Belichick does. For me, to see Zeke pop up in that uniform, I was like, wow. It just looks strange, And
hey, wait a minute. That's the other America's team. That's the other America's team. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. It's a business at the end of the day. I knew Zeke wasn't probably going to come back because after, last year, he was playing hurt the last 2 years and, he didn't really have his legs underneath him. And so, you know how the saying goes, NFL is not for long. So I'm just glad that, he landed on his feet and he can earn another paycheck. And then he can hopefully prove, people wrong that he still has some juice in his legs.
Yeah. So what game are you most looking forward to besides the home opener?
You already know. I don't even have to tell you. It's the 49ers. Well, the Jet, you know what? The first 2 weeks of the season is going to be really tough for me because we play the Giants and the Jets. Both teams from New York, New Jersey. So we cannot lose to either one of those teams. We cannot. Because I already have my friends who are Giant fans and Jet fans already in my inbox, texting me, calling me, say, you know you're going to lose, right? So even though I'm not overlooking those two games because I'm really focused on the 49ers and the Eagles right now. What's up, Nick? What's shaking? So, I mean, it's going to be good. She got on a nice hat. Where are you, Nick?
We got live coverage from Cowboys practice.
Yeah.
But we got cut off from live. We got cut off from live.
But you know what? Those two games in the season going to mean a lot for me. But I'm still looking forward to the 49ers and the Eagles, to be honest with you. Those are the two games. And then Miami Dolphins, because I want to see how we do against their speed. Because they have a track team. So I want to actually, I'm looking forward to those games.
So Kelly says, I'm glad Zeke is signed, but what some folks don't know is he's only getting $4 million, maybe $6 million with incentives if they make the playoffs, and he'll be splitting less than half of his carries. And I definitely think that that's true, Kelly. He's going to be splitting those carries, unless because Belichick is a big firm believer in if a running back fumbles a ball, he might not play that running back for the next game. He'll sit him down for the rest of that game, and he might even say, so I hope old boy doesn't fumble the ball. At least I hope he doesn't fumble the ball the week before we play New England.
Stevenson. Because he does have an issue with holding on to the ball at times. So he does have issues. So it's going to be interesting. I'm not looking forward to it, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I am looking forward to those other games, though. Oh, what's up, Jeff? What's good, Jeff? Bringing some of that Philly smoke. Speaking of Philly, I'm looking forward to the Eagles game, 49ers game, especially the Eagles and the 49ers, because it's a rat race right now between us three for the top of the conference. And so I'm definitely looking forward to those games. Definitely looking forward to those games. Because there's going to be a lot of back and forth. Everybody's going to be talking a lot. So it's going to high energy. The ratings, everybody's going to be talking about those games, especially the 49ers and the Eagles. The Giants on Sunday night, yes, and the Jets on, Sunday afternoon. The week after is going to be big, but the 49ers and the Eagles. The 49ers beat us twice in the playoffs the last 2 years, and the Eagles are our rivals. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be interesting, man. And then with the Dolphins have a track team. If Tua could stay, pretty healthy, they have a good shot of making some noise in the playoffs. So, hey, there's some interesting games on our schedule, man. Which games you looking forward to?
Let's see here. Obviously the 49ers game. And I'm really looking forward to that Chargers game.
You are?
Yeah.
Why? Because of Kellen Moore?
Yeah. Definitely.
He said, yeah.
So here's our schedule. We got the Raiders. When's that? Next week?
Yes.
And,
this Saturday. This Saturday, yeah, we have the Raiders.
Yeah, we got the Raiders. And then got a couple of weeks off before we got the Giants. So, like you said, I think, and I'm being optimistic here, but I think we're going to lose one of those two games to the Giants or the Jets. I hope not. I really do. But I think that it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be bad for me either way. We can't. There's no way it's gonna be bad for me either way. We can't lose to either one of those teams. I mean, the Jets have an issue with their offensive line, right? But the Giants, they're saying that they may surprise in the NFC because of their new found speed on offense. I've been listening, reading the paper. So, Daniel Jones he's going to have a year where he may be in a running for MVP. I've been reading all this stuff. I'm like, what? I'm like, really? Because of Darren Waller?
But aren't all the
And
Giants
some of the other
receivers like
additions.
aren't all the Giants receivers like 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. They're like slot receivers. But Darren
Yeah.
Waller is basically going to be the feature. Even though he's a tight end, he could play wide receiver, but they're going to feature him. And then they have Saquon out the backfield. So, you know, a lot of the press talking about, hey, Daniel Jones, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback this year, and he's going to lead the Giants back to the playoffs. It's crazy. Yeah, the New York, yo, Carlton, it's just New York bias. What up, baby boy?
What up? Hey, y'all, I'm on camera. Okay, I'm on the move. I'm on the move. I'm on the way home now, but I can go hop in though. What y'all got?
It's all good, man. We just chilling, man. Just talking about the schedule and whatever, man. Good afternoon, good evening.
How are you guys doing this evening?
we are okay this evening. We are great. We are fantastic.
Yeah, we had our on-field reporter pop in and pop back out for a second. So
Okay.
she'll be back in when she gets situated. But no, we were just talking about the schedule, and obviously we're looking forward to the first game of the season against the Giants. But what game are you particularly looking forward to on the schedule besides the Giants game?
Week 5.
Okay,
Week
let me
I'm looking forward to week 5.
Let me take that. Not the Eagles.
He looking forward to the 49ers, baby.
Yeah, we have.
All right, look like we got some technical difficulties.
That's gonna let me know everything I need.
Okay, so you're going in and out too, bro. Just heads up when you got a stable connection. All right.
49ers, boy. That you know we play the 49ers and then we play the Chargers.
Yeah. So Kelly says she's looking forward. Are the ones that she's going to.
I hear you, Kelly Cal.
What's up, Natalie? You holding it down out there in Dallas with Nikki? I'll be seeing
They're having
y'all.
fun. We didn't get the invite.
Yeah. So, I was trying to wait till they got on here to start talking about this preseason game. Obviously the starters didn't play, but our second and third units, they I'm not throwing in the towel, but it looks like we're gonna need a little bit more help.
Which position?
Especially on the O line.
Yep, O line. We definitely agree on the O line. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely on the O line.
What's up, Bam? Yeah, that's my biggest concern right now is if Tyron or one of those other guys go down, we SOL.
Steele goes down, I know, right? I'm like, and Steele's coming back from ACL injury. Even though he's a lineman, they don't ask him to move, but that's a lot of talk, even when he's pass blocking. So I'm saying to myself, he can't, please don't go down. And, Mr. Smith, we just hoping he can play, 15 games, 15 games. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we got to bring back Peters. Peters said he wanted to play again. He wants to play. So maybe we bring him back. Who knows? I don't know, but how much money can we actually keep putting into the O-line now? That's the thing. How much money?
All right. So Jeff said, are there any surprises, positive or negative from camp? So in my opinion, from Cowboys camp, it's been up and down. One day the offense wins, the next day defense wins. Next day the offense wins, the next day the defense wins. I think it's just been going back and forth. And then, we've had a few injuries to a couple of our draft picks. So that's the only real news that I'm really seeing. We all pretty much know who the starters are going to be. Let's just keep 100. We pretty much know who the starters are going to be. Everybody that we've been playing are guys that are trying to make this 53-man.
Yeah.
What is it, 59 now? or 56 or however many players they're trying to make their roster. So I'm this is probably the first training camp or off season that, and I'm gonna be honest, that I've been really bored with.
You're bored. No dramatics like last night's game, huh? You just been bored.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, what have we really had to look for? The starters aren't playing. Deuces, he's given us a little array of hope. And now we see why the Cowboys have drafted him. But he's been going up against second, third, fourth, guys as some of the guys that are probably not even going to make some of these other teams.
You're right.
And I'm not taking away with nothing that he's done, because those guys who are on the teams right now, they're on these teams for a reason. If they're good enough to be called to training camp, well, we know some of them are training camp bodies, but if they're good enough to be on an NFL team at this moment, then they had to do something good enough that then they probably could make an NFL team if the rosters weren't so as small as they are now. So Jeff asked, do we need another running back?
That's 50-50. That's 50-50. 50-50. I mean, let's see what happens during the Raider game, but that's 50-50 because Pollard is not an every down back. We know Deuce is going to be a specialty gadget back, and then we just missing that one back that can come in and relieve Pollard. Is that going to be Rico? Malik Davis, as far as I'm concerned, he's going to get – I have a feeling he's going to get cut. Can it be Lemke? We don't know. Ronald Jones is basically hurt. He's dealing with a groin injury, and he's suspended for a couple of games. So it's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with the running back position?
And so I can assure you, I could I'm probably about 98.9% sure that we're not going to get Jonathan Taylor.
You saw that too, right?
I thought I would just put that out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though a dream scenario would fit, him and Pollard in the backfield it'd be a dream backfield. But which one of those backs would Pollard? I think Pollard's used to splitting carries.
Yep.
But Jonathan Taylor, he's not used to splitting carries. And he's not a split carry type of back.
He's not. He's a workhorse back. So, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. And we would have to give up at least 2 firsts for him. And then they probably want players as well. Irsay crazy. That man crazy. He's not going to just give him away. He's going to Carolina. No, Carolina has 2 backs already. Plus, they signed your boy. So I doubt if he go to Carolina. Miles Sanders signed a hefty contract for Carolina. So I don't think he's going to get him too much. Jerome, we have to give up too much for him, Mr. Cowboy. I think we have to give up too much for him. Really.
Yeah.
Irsay is going to say, hey, at least give me a first, second, and then a player. Because they don't have a legitimate running back right now on their roster, do they? You going to just give them away?
I think they had one that got hurt. But I think Taylor doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. And then that's kind of what, and I think he's sick of the quarterback carousel that's Indy's been having.
He might be sick of the owner though. He might be sick of Irsay because Irsay said some really bogus things about him, and it's like, can I really play for this team? Can I play for this owner? Really? This is what we doing? If I die, you die. The game's gonna go on. What? This is what we doing? So he probably said, "Nah, I can't play for this man anymore. I can't."
David said Eagles get him so they can have Taylor Swift. That's funny,
God.
David.
That's a good one, Dave. That's a good one, Taylor Swift. Oh my goodness. No, because he wants a new contract as well. Taylor wants a new contract. He wants a new contract. So how can we have him and Pollard? We have to pay one or the other. You can't pay both. And then we have CeeDee Lamb. that wants a new contract. So we can, and then that with his new contract, you can't pay everybody because of the salary cap.
Well,
So
I think
that situation may not be good.
Yeah, Dak's contract is going to be more to save money for the cap, so they can spread some money out. So, and I can tell you this, Cowboy fans, the minute Dak signs an extension, I don't hear nothing else about we need to replace Dak. Because if he signs an extension, you best believe it's going to be at least for another 3 or 4 years, unless somebody else picks him up. But if they're going to pay Dak, $50 million a year average, then they might as well, go and grab a young kid and try to build him up. But I don't really see too many QBs coming out this year. There's not really a big hype.
No, the draft is the draft is really top heavy again. There's at least 5 quarterbacks in the draft, but the Cowboys are not going to finish anywhere in the top 5 anyway, and they're not going to trade up. So I mean, listen, as long as that goes back to his old form where he does not turn the ball over, we're fine. That was an anomaly last year. We just have to be better at situational football like we always talk about. If Mike McCarthy can call a better game than maybe Kellen Moore can, we shouldn't have those problems. We shouldn't. Hopefully he shuts him up. He needs to shut him up. He really does. He needs to shut up a lot of critics.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with that statement there either. I really don't want to make this about the Dak show again because we pretty much bring this subject up every week. But
every week,
I get it. The man threw a bunch of interceptions after
15.
missing some games, but that's not his MO. You know what I'm saying? That's just not his MO. So what teams have you been surprised, though, with during preseason?
I mean, I see the rest. The Commodores are playing pretty inspired football. Everybody's picking them to be a sleeper team. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Oh, my God. What's the Cowboy window looking like? 5 to 7 year window, Jeff. What do you expect me to say? You think I'm saying it's going to be a short window? 5 to 7, 5 to 10 years, 7 to 10 years, Jeff. The window is open.
I say we got a good 2 or 3 years because once we start having to pay Parsons and Lamb, that salary cap better go up.
It is. It's supposed to go up $40 million in the next 2 years.
So he says lots of contracts. Can they do it?
Hey.
It depends on salary cap Steven. He's
Exactly.
been doing a good job thus far. Because I was really surprised that D-Law was still on the team.
Yeah. D-Law may be out, though. D-Law may be out if your boy Sam I Am Williams plays like we think he is.
After this season. D-Law ain't going nowhere this season. After this season or whatever. Not right now. But after Sam Williams has at least 10 sacks, 11 sacks, then he's going to put pressure on Law. Then we're going to see what's going to happen. Yeah,
he'll make it work. The cap is going to make it work. But hey, going in reverse a little bit, I've been looking at Tolbert. Tolbert's been balling. He looks like a number 3 receiver to me rather than a number 4. If he can keep this maturity up and play like this when the season starts, Gallup better watch out. Gallup really better watch out because Tolbert's been balling. I will say that. I mean, he's been balling.
And also,
my man Simi, I don't know.
We also got some trade bait. We're getting a little deep at receiver. I'm where we were this year is a lot better situation than where we were last season, 2 seasons ago.
Oh, exactly. Last season was really bad. I mean, they didn't replace Wilson or Amari. They didn't. And so it's like you're going to stick a rookie out there, you're going to stick Simi out there, and hopefully it sticks. This year is like, hey, you can't say that. This year we have weapons. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about my boy Simi though. I mean, Simi, I'm not going to blame anything on him this weekend. The interception, because Greer doesn't have the strongest arm, but Greer was indecisive when he threw that ball to Simi too, because Simi was open by 3 yards. The only thing Simi could have done was come back to the ball. And then there was another pass that went deep where the cornerback was actually roughing him up and they didn't call that. So I'm saying to myself, Simi, man, you got Simi, come on, boy. I don't want you to be a cut. I don't want them to waive you. And then we look to put you on waivers. I mean, put you on the practice squad, which won't happen. So, I mean, we're deep at wide receiver this year, to be honest with you. We are. We're pretty deep. And so there shouldn't be any excuses in regards to any teams trying to play bracket coverage against us now. No more bracket coverage. I'm over Grey Goose. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. That's another thing, too. Are you confident that Cooper Rush is an adequate backup quarterback? Because he hasn't really looked that well in preseason either. Think about that. He didn't look good last year either when they cut him, then had to bring him back. And everybody said, oh, he should replace that. I'm like, I'm not sold on Cooper Rush. I'm really not. I'm not. He does an adequate job, but I'm not really. I'm not sold on Cooper Rush. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm just not.
Well, let's see how he does getting, with Mike Martz's play calling. That's the biggest thing. I thought that he did adequate last year, but we dummied down the offense for him. I don't think that Mike Martz is going to dummy down his offense for any quarterback.
Mike McCarthy?
Roster. Yeah, Mike McCarthy. Well, I'm saying Mike Martz. It's a long day.
It's so good. Long day.
Mike McCarthy. I don't think he's going to dumb down the offense for anybody.
It's the West Coast offense, though. You don't have to dumb it down. You don't, though. It's basically, West Coast. Now, Lynette said she was thinking the same thing.
But the flip side, too. At the flip side, too, people got to realize what we're running now is not what we're going to run in the season.
Right.
Everything that you're seeing now is vanilla. I would be surprised the play calling isn't doubles right, power right, because it's preseason. And they don't want to give nobody any kind of inkling about what they're going to do. I need to find another side dude to my main man, my main Boontack.
There's not. I think we need a backup quarterback. I think we need to look on the waiver wire and what have you. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling. I mean, hey, there's some quarterbacks out there that's going to be available to in a trade that we can possibly groom. I even said Trey Lance. I said, what if Trey Lance was available? Will we trade for Trey Lance? He's only 23 years old, though. You wouldn't want him?
Though. Yeah. Nah, not really. He said, no, we good.
Nope. Nope. After what he did in Atlanta, he quit on his team. Nope. Mariota quit on his team. No, thank you. You can keep him.
So who do you think will be who do you think is going to be the surprise cut this year?
Oh man, that's a great question. Maybe Gilmore. Gilmore Bohannon. No, I mean Gallimore. I'm sorry. Gallimore or Bohannon. No, No.
I was about to say Gilmore.
Gallimore or Bohannon. Not Gilmore. Gallimore or Bohannon. One of those two are going to be a surprise cut this year. Because you can't keep both of them. One of them has to go. Or one might be trade bait. Armstrong's another one. Armstrong is basically, hey, how many actually pass rushes do we really need? How many? And I'm telling you, Sam Williams is going to have a breakout year. And Armstrong is just in his way.
So now we got a couple Eagles fans on here. What's the pros and cons of who has the better O-line? I mean, D-line, Eagles or Cowboys?
Who has the better defensive line? It's even. It's even. It's even if you ask me. Why? Because they have Jalen Carter? Why? Because they have the Georgia Bulldogs defensive tackles? Newsflash. If it wasn't for the fact that Alabama lost 2 of their starting wide receivers, Alabama would have won that national championship. And last year, if Ohio State had a kicker, they would have won. So all this talk about, hey, they had the greatest defense, let's pipe down a little bit. Let's pipe it down a little bit. Jalen Carter's a good player. He is. But nobody knows. It's the NFL, man. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. We have proven players. But they talking about like Jalen Carter's going to come in and wreck the league. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I think it's even. Where we have an edge over the Eagles at safety and linebacker. We have edges over the Eagles. Their O-line is better than ours. That I will say their O-line is better than ours. But when it comes down to the skill players, wide receivers, we're even. They may be better than us at tight end as well. But the running game, we're better because of Pollard. They don't have a back like we have. Swift is injury prone. He's not Pollard. Safety's not close. What are you talking about? Jeff,
you said maybe it's
close. How? Actually, our safeties got robbed last year. We have some really good safeties. I don't understand how. I don't know. Jeff, I don't know. You lost 2 of your safeties and a linebacker. So how at the safety position is close? How is it close? I don't understand. Listen, that's what I'm sure. I was gonna say that too. Send him an invite. Get him on the show. Now he want to talk though.
All right. Well, hold on just a moment there. Well, let's see here.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna come down to Hurts and Dak. Whoever makes the mistake, the most crucial mistake at the most crucial time in the game, is gonna come down to Hurts and Dak. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah.
It is, because the skill players, like I said, on offense, they have maybe a better offensive line than tight end, but other than that, we trumped them. And that is 8-3 versus the Eagles. Hurts is 2-2.
Okay.
So let's see. Like I said, if the Eagles are the best team in the NFC, we have to be a close second. The 49ers have a good defense, and we lost to them 2 years in a row because we did not win at situational football. That's how we lost. That's why we lost to them. The first time is 13 unforced penalties. You can't beat a team that way. And last year, when Pollard went down, we couldn't move the ball. We couldn't score. And that's why the 49ers beat us. I don't want to hear because Dad had 2 interceptions. No. Going in the third quarter, the score was tied up. It was tied up. It was 9-9. We lost by a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't even want to relive that game anymore. Because I felt like when Pollard got hurt, I just knew that it was over with.
It was unfortunate. That's why I think we need another running back, just in case if something happens to Pollard. Can Rico fit the bill? Rico's quick. Rico's very explosive, but can he take the punishment of a 17-game season? Because he's also injury prone. So I don't know. Let's see what Jerry has in store. Let's see what Will McClay has in store. We don't play until September the 10th. We got a long way.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks in a wake up. Smokey Batman, what's up?
Smokey Batman. What?
What's good?
Well, you tell us what's good, player.
Hey,
How you
the
been?
season, man. Bro. Bro.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
ready. I'm
life,
ready for all the smoke, brother.
life, man.
Let's
Let's
go.
let's get the season going, man. My daughter's interested. I just brought my daughter home from cheerleading practice, so she's really interested.
She ready. She ready.
Yeah.
So what was you talking
Yeah.
about?
There we go.
Safeties. What we doing?
Mr. Cowboy, here goes your Eagle fan. He's a good Eagle fan.
I hear there's a such thing. There's a such thing as one of those.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. Yeah. Yeah. We give
What's up,
Jeff
man? How
a
you
stamp of
doing?
approval.
What's
Him
good,
and
man? How are
Dave.
you?
Him and Dave and Wayne.
That's what's up.
Yeah, him, Dave,
How
and
did you?
Wayne. Yeah.
Go ahead, check.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
Yeah,
So
nice
we were discussing, and I'll let you guys talk about this for a moment. Who had the better D line? And then the safeties came up. So we'll let you give your comments, Mr. Cowboy, on who has a better D line, who has a better linebackers, and who has a better safety between the Eagles and the Cowboys.
I don't really think we can debate about the safeties. We are super deep at safety, right? So I only think we can debate about safeties. But D line, I think you can make a case for either or on D line. But I think I'm gonna go with the Cowboys just because of the loss of Hargrave, right? I think that was a huge loss for Philly. There was a guy that's to plug the middle, free the edge guys up, right? So I think they will miss that. Yeah, I know they got Jalen Carter, but Jalen Carter is no Hargrave. He's no John Hargrave. Right, so John Hargrave is proven in this league. We don't know what Jalen Carter is. We know he's good at Georgia, but this not SEC. This not the SEC he playing in anymore. These the big boys, right? So we'll see. You know, Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis was pretty good in college too, but what have we seen at the next level from Jordan Davis? Right, so. Brandon Graham, I got respect for Brandon Graham, Hassan Reddick. They nice off the edge, but what they got after that?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So and the Cowboys they throw waves. They are deep. Like they throw waves as far as the pass rush. You got niggas out they can rush the pass, so he playing D tackle, right? So Armstrong, Boogie, I heard you talk about Armstrong earlier. You got Armstrong, Slam Williams, right? Right. So we D-Law. We ain't gonna talk about Michael Parsons, right? And that's another thing that kind of puts the Cowboys over the edge. Michael Parsons is a game record. Period. Point blank. The Eagles don't have that in their front seven. They don't have a game record. They got some guys that's pretty good, but they don't have a game record. Like Michael Parsons can wreck your whole offensive game plan. So you have to account for him.
And my only add to that is Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
Dan
exactly.
Quinn is very instrumental in getting our D line to where it's at. Jeff, got a rebuttal?
I mean, I'm not gonna homer out, right? But I'm gonna say, from a depth perspective, Philly's got it, right? I get it with Javon. He's a huge part of that middle, right? With him and Fletch, it allowed a lot to come off the edge with Hassan and BG and Sweaty, right? Sweaty's healthy again. I'm gonna be. I really want Barnett to go, right? He's a liability. Has been a liability for years. BG's getting a little older. Hassan, he's more of that hybrid outside linebacker DN role that Micah plays. You know, and that's where we got Nolan Smith now, I think, which will help kind of back up Sweaty. But you can't forget a dude like Milt Williams. And I know Miss Cowboys mentioned Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis thinned out and got himself back in the lab. That dude looks ready to go. I think we still have an edge there just from a depth perspective. Linebackers, that's Cowboys. Easy. I don't know where we are with linebackers. Looks like they're going to plug, N'Kobe Dean in as the one. Probably as a Sam, right? And then maybe Malik Cunningham as the Mike. I don't know but I don't know how we go with 2 starting linebackers if we're in a traditional 4-3. So I'm not real sure how they're going to do that unless they use, Hassan as the will and just run it that way. Corners, I mean, who knows, right? I know, Boogie, you said you wanted to get rid of Gilly earlier, and I said in the chat, I was like, I was ready to come through my phone when you said you wanted to get rid of Gilly until you corrected it, right?
Yes, I did.
But right, I think both Philly and Dallas have phenomenal corners. I think the difference is going to be depth in the slot. And with our loss of McPherson, I don't know exactly what we're going to do there right yet. And then safety, we're young as hell at safety, right? So you have experience. We have a lot of youth in Reed Blankenship, who showed out at the end of last year and has done a really good job in camp. And then Sidney Brown from Illinois, who's been an absolute hawk all preseason, right? So, and I'll say you guys have the edge at safety right now, but I think as these young guys get comfortable in the new scheme with Sean Desai, I think things could look better, right? Yeah, we lost OC and DC, right? But I don't think there's going to be as deep of a drop-off because of that as a lot of people are expecting there to be. So the defenses are close, right? The Cowboys had a phenomenal defense. I'm not going to deny it and say that I think last year that the Cowboys had a better defense, because statistically they did, right? But I think this year is going to be a whole new year, and we don't know.
Yeah, but we have some laps too. We have some laps on our defenses in some games. In my opinion, they cost us the chance to compete for the division crown.
I don't disagree. We had one too, and it cost us when it mattered the most in the Super Bowl, right? Old Mr. Pew Pew Jonathan Gannon over there in Arizona now. I'm glad we sent his ass packing. I mean, that's what he did with his new players. Talking about pew 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 pew. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? How are you going to be talking with the other team while you're in the city getting ready to prepare for the Super Bowl, bro? Like, kick rocks, dude. I'm glad he's gone. I'm excited with what I've seen from Desai. I know, look, it's preseason. I know everybody's vanilla, right? We're not throwing exotic schemes in there. Everybody's running a base 4-3 for the most part. Occasionally throwing in a little bit of like a 4-6. But, I mean, I'm excited with what I've seen so far, but damn it, I'm ready for week 1, man. Come on.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Especially because we got New England. Woo. And
that's an easy win, man.
Well, they got.
That's going.
They got Zeke. They got Zeke now.
Against New England. Y'all
I hope so, because they're gonna honor Tom Brady that game, and I couldn't think of a better time to honor Tom Brady than to get the ass stomped out by the Eagles in week 1. Boom.
I think y'all gonna great game.
That's gonna be a win. They're gonna win by like 21 points. It's gonna be a blowout. You know it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be a blowout. The Patriots they can't actually protect the passer. They can't. They O-line
I love it.
Man, come on. Y'all better have 10 sacks in that game.
I'm here for it, right? We got to get to 70 one more game.
Well, I think that's one reason. I think that's one reason why Belichick picked up Zeke, is to help that O-line with that blocking.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, we all know he can just fill in as a center, right?
Oh, that's Kellen Moore's fault. That was Kellen Moore's fault. Don't do that. That's Kellen Moore. Oh my God! No, he did not say he fill in as a center.
I'm about to say that's that Eagle jab.
Yeah, that was a got me right in the heart too. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Oh my God.
So, now that we got Mr. Cowboy Nation over here, by the way, once again, this is Stars Talking Cowboys, featuring Cowboys Nikki and the Blue Cup Boys. We've changed our name.
The Blue Cup Boys.
Yeah,
We got dance moves and everything.
We're the Blue Cup
dance
Boys.
moves and everything.
I got my bag up tonight. I got my bag up tonight. I'm on the run.
I gotta send you my address so we can get my other one. Where my cups at?
Yeah. I'm gonna need your. I need your address,
Yeah.
Boogie.
Yeah, my cup. My Emmitt Smith is in the building, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
So we were talking at the beginning of, we were talking about preseason and how everybody is up in arms about preseason. I even saw some posts where, Cowboy fans were making fun of the Eagles-Browns game. I believe y'all tied, didn't y'all? 18-18 or something like that?
Yeah, it was a tie.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Steph is like, I can't believe that either. It's great. Yo, it's
So what I want people to understand is that preseason is like going to a fine dining restaurant and ordering an appetizer. You're still waiting on that. You're still waiting on that prime rib, that tomahawk steak, that grilled salmon, or whatever you want. But you still want the little buffalo wings for you, or you want the cheesy sticks, or whatever your favorite appetizer is. The spinach dip and that's what preseason is. Preseason is the spinach dip to the regular season. It's just to get your mouth watering, get your mouth and your taste buds ready for the main dish that will be coming up. So I can't get excited over preseason. Do I turn it on? Yes. But to show you how excited I've been over both preseason games, I went to sleep on both of them and had to turn around and watch the replays later on because I don't get that hype for them anymore.
It's okay. So let me, if all the Cowboy fans in here now, let me explain something to y'all. All right, so you have a team that has aspirations of playing for a Super Bowl, right? So when everybody's not that good, there's maybe 3 teams in the NFC that can make that claim: Cowboys, Eagles, 49ers. They got a real shot of playing in the Super Bowl, representing the NFC. Right?
Don't forget the Lions. Don't forget the Lions.
Okay, we throw the Lions in there.
I won't, because I've seen the Lions do this year. I've seen them do this decade.
But you know what? The Lions gonna be scrappy though. They're gonna be scrappy this year.
Oh Lord! We had to get 4 in there though. We had to get 4. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So with that being said, right? So teams that are that good, they know who the starters are going to be. Like the preseason is simply used to evaluate the guys on your roster. We don't need to evaluate Dak. We don't need to evaluate Tony Pollard. We don't need to evaluate Michael Parsons. We don't need to evaluate Trayvon Diggs and all these safeties. We need to evaluate the guys behind them. We don't need to evaluate Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith and Zach Martin. We don't need to evaluate them. We know what we got with them already. So the guys behind them is who you see him playing. And a lot of times these guys are playing against the other team's starter. Right? It's like Jacksonville is not in the running for playing for a Super Bowl. They're an up-and-coming team, but is anybody calling Jacksonville Super Bowl contender right now? No. That's why you saw Trevor Lawrence out there playing. Right? So I feel like there's something Cowboy fans need to understand. The sky's not falling. We're trying to evaluate depth. We're trying to see who's gonna be second and third string. Calm down. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right.
So beside if a player is not injured and they haven't dressed during the preseason, those guys have made the team. Everybody else that you see playing is playing for a roster spot, a practice squad spot, or a backup spot.
Exactly.
So like I said, I can't get overly hyped over what I've seen in preseason, except for the fact that the Cowboys are playing. I can get excited for that. Just like Jeff, I'm pretty sure you can get excited that the Eagles are playing. But you're not going to bet your house that the Eagles are going to win a preseason game.
Not at all. The only bad thing is though we lost Overshown.
Man, I hate that. That hurt my
We
heart.
lost Overshown, and now that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, it hurt my heart, man. I still got high hopes for him, but.
And I think the Eagles in one game lost 3 players as well. So that's why sometimes with preseason, man, I'm like, oh man.
So
we can't hear you, Jeff.
We can't hear you. On mute, Jeff.
And then we was talking about. I'll let Jeff get back on before he gets back on and make his comment. We were talking about the joint practices and the fights that have been going on.
Yeah,
these fights are getting more and more. There you go, Jeff. We can hear you now.
There we go.
Then we'll get back to the fight.
Sorry, I turned over. I took out my other earpiece, but I guess that's the primary one. No, so we lost Zach McPherson, our backup slot corner, and then we lost a couple other guys to injuries. Some of them I don't think are season-ending. Zach McPherson was, and I know Kelly thought I was taking a deuce. No, I'm just sitting here. My daughter's taking a shower after cheerleading. So I'm just sitting in the bathroom, and I'm doing double dad duty right now.
Okay.
He's taking a deuce. I thought I was like, oh my God. I love Kelly Cow.
I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let my hate just subside and let it roll.
So let me, Mr. Cowboy, let me give you a backdrop about Jeff. You see how calm and collective and cool he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Go to any trash talk group that he's in.
Yeah,
Boogie knows, bro. I love it. That's what those are for, though, man.
Boy, I love it though.
That's what all those places are for. That's honestly, that's my release, right? I get to have fun, right? I see the old spice. The people in the background.
Damn, the old spice. Oh my God.
Hey, it's lotion. I gotta have some lotion.
It's funny. Kelly got it on Super Zoom.
Right. Pinch.
I love you, Kelly.
Boogie sees me in the other rooms. I mean,
I'm like, Jeff, really? You want that smoke?
I'm like,
oh, okay. You and Wayne, Charles, I'm like, this season will be really off the hook. Y'all be getting smoke. Boy.
It's all for fun, man. It's all for fun, and that's all it is. I enjoy that, right? Because it's a place to kind of vent some of the frustrations, but where my heart lies, and it's all about being real. It's talking sports, it's talking ball, and it's being honest and open about exactly who your team is and who they are.
Wait a minute. Speaking of smoke, you didn't tell us why the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, bro. You still owe us an explanation. You still owe us
Jonathan Gannon.
You were supposed to come on here and give an explanation, and we've been waiting for what, 5-6 months for that, Jeff? We gonna hold you to it. Come on, bro.
There's the explanation right there. Jonathan Gannon. How do you go up by 10 points at the half and then come back and just look like, straight booty?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
I don't know if Andy Reid and Dougie P had a conversation in the offseason, right? But Andy Reid started using that Dougie P, that play that they ran 3 times.
Yeah, he
did.
They
ran it the first time they ran it. They were like, oh, let's test it. And it didn't really work. And then they ran it 2 more times, and each time they ran it, they scored. Right? I don't know if that's Andy, who he's up there in GOAT category now, right? I don't know if that's him doing study or if that's him talking with Dougie P or not. What up, Nikki?
Nikki like, who that? Really? Don't be so calm, Nick. Don't be so calm. We've been giving it to him. While you've been actually in the background.
I just thought I would jump in and say, Simeon dropped out his passes.
Oh my.
You know what, Nick? Bye. Dang. You know she lying though. You know she lying. I can't. I thought she was gonna say something about Jeff. She talking about my man. Yo, really? That's what we doing? Oh man, yo, tell Simmy I said what's up, man. Damn.
She's back.
She's yeah. She came back with the venom. Wow. Wow. Oh, wait, where's Cooley? Is Cooley in the background hiding out somewhere in the tree? Is Cooley in the tree too? God.
So good practice.
Hey, Cooley probably got video.
We
Yeah,
just
secret
got
video
out.
too.
We just got practice just ended. Pretty good practice. I'm kind of see who gonna step up out of hold on, y'all. Out of Harper and Cox. When I tell y'all this, what is this phone doing? Hold on. I don't know what it's doing. But when I tell you Lamb is ready, Lamb is ready.
His dad said he ready.
Deuce Vaughn, seeing him on TV and seeing him in person seeing him on TV does no justice. You have to see him in person.
Wow.
He's just that everything you see so far from him on TV, you see in practice. Like the quickness, the shake and bake, the getting lost in the seam, all that. He's that. So what we're seeing on TV from him is even better close up.
Okay.
Cooks and Dak have a good connection. They have a real good connection. It seems like them going on that trip and making the bond that they did with their connections looks good. When I tell you Lamb caught pretty much every ball thrown his way, even if it wasn't a good ball, he caught it. Tight end Ferguson, he laid out there, caught a couple of bad balls from Rush and from Grill, but he caught them. He made it do what it do. Grill will be cut because he's doing the same thing in practice that he's doing in the game. I don't see him making it past. I don't see him staying on the roster.
I think the QB2 debate pretty much over with, man.
No.
We need to get rid of Rush too. But that's me and Kelly said that. We need to get rid of Rush. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
These look good. The D line, they look good. D line look good. O line is still a little shaky for me. I'm just not comfortable with the line, with our O line. I'm just not comfortable with it. I know in the preseason games we've only seen, we haven't seen most of the starters, but in practice, seeing the starters close up in front, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little shaky for me. Tyron Smith, he looked good, but you can tell that age has kind of caught up to him, but he's still a beast. He's still good out there. It was good to see Martin back out there working with Dak. Dak was comfortable with Martin being out there, so that's a good thing. It looked like Martin is up to speed. So, because of course, we saw him still working out, even though he was holding out. So he still looked good. So it was a lot of good takes from it. I dropped a couple of videos in the chats, so y'all can go look at the videos as well. I wasn't sure if y'all was gonna able to download them on here or not. But
we're having some technical difficulties right now.
Yeah. But for the most part, it was regular standard, practice. Nobody got hurt. I was praying over Tyron Smith while he was out there, like, can y'all just go wrap him in some bubble? Because we know he gonna get hurt he can get hurt at any time. So, but for the most part, it's coming together. I know the first two preseason games, you know, people, complaining and have complaints, but we have to understand and realize that that's not the starters out there. Mozzie looked like he had better footwork in practice, better footwork than what we're seeing in the games. It looks like he's having better footwork. So it looks like he's being worked with a little bit more. Hopefully he continues to get comfortable and he's ready to go by, game day for it to go for him. I know he's taking a lot of heat from this last preseason game, and Cowboy fans already calling him a bust, already calling him Tristan Hill 2.0. I'm like, come on, y'all.
Really?
Like, let's be for real. Like, but he looked good today in practice all night. Of course, we're waiting. There's gonna be the final walkthrough of all of the team on Saturday. Jerry Jones did speak, and he said that basically he was not, he's not playing starters for more than one reason, and the injuries around the league is the number one reason. And like he said, yes, you can get hurt in a game, is true, but he rather you get hurt in a regular game than to get hurt in a preseason game. After what happened last week, they're just not taking no chances. So
I totally agree.
And you have to agree with that.
agree.
I mean, you really can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we thank you, our own personal Pam Oliver, with a better hairdo.
Hey, y'all gonna leave Pam wigs alone, man. Y'all gonna leave Pam wigs. Hey, I'm gonna say this. Wife upstairs, check this out, right? So I went to the game. I was at the game, right? And I was sitting like up. I was like up in the stands, and I saw Pam on the field. I said, "Man, who is that down there?" Bro, you can see it from the stands, bro. Don't believe it at that.
Oh yeah, I saw some pictures. Yeah, I know. Mm.
Yeah, I said
she ran track too.
So any statements made by Mr. Cowboy Nation and K Boogie do not reflect the state of the.
I just said she ran track
of everybody else.
She ran track. Nah, she's trying out for Magic City on the sideline. That's what she's doing. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Sean,
Nikki, so how did Simi really do today?
Okay.
How Simi really do? Let's talk about that. How Simi really do? Let me hear. Let me hear something good. Damn, she quiet. Yo, she wrong for that. Boo, she wrong for that. She wrong. Oh, she wrong. She done broke my heart. Oh, she wrong. I'm done. She wrong. That bad, huh?
Gallup also looked good.
Wow, she was
on the outside. Gallup also looked good. Also, Tony Pollard looked good. To say that the type of injury that he had and the injury he's coming off of. So it's not no flex, it's not no hype, there's not no lies that they're saying that he's ready to go. He also looked good.
That's what's up.
He did.
Okay.
So I have to say that them saying that our trainers are the best trainers in the NFL, I would have to say they are. Tony P he looked good. His breaks was on point.
What about Jalen Tolbert?
Who?
Jalen Tolbert.
Jalen didn't really throw the ball to Jalen too much today.
Okay.
But he was out there. But they didn't throw the ball to him too much today. A lot of the balls today kind of went to Gallup, Lamb, and they did a lot of running the ball, keeping the ball on the ground. So I think we're gonna see a mixture of things. I don't think we're gonna see the same stuff that we've seen from Kellen Moore. Just basing off of how they doing and what they did in practice. I think we're gonna see a mixture of things. And I didn't see the first down run, second down run, third down throw. I didn't see that. I seen a mixture of things. Of course, they back with Dak with the rollouts, so that's a good thing. Now that number 30, I'm like, okay, we got rid of Anthony Brown. Boy, he played just like Anthony Brown with the same number. I
So
say,
he
oh
Anthony
my
Brown
God.
Jr.
Anthony Brown Jr.
He Anthony Brown Jr.
I was going to ask about Boss Man. I was going to ask about Boss Man. How Boss Man do? What Boss Man do?
Anthony, I mean not Anthony, Lord, he got me I'm about to call that boy Anthony B. Scott.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah. I forgot, I lost my train of thought.
Boss Man.
Boss Man. How my man Boss Man look? Number one.
Boss Man.
Number one, Boss Man.
Yeah.
Boss Man look good. He looked good. I think that was the best thing for him. With Dan Quinn moving him, that was the best thing for him. That might have saved him. That might have saved him. The kicker was good. He made his kicks. Kicker made all his kicks. I'm not worried about the punter. We know he's one of the top punters in the league, so I'm not worried about him. But yeah, the kicker was good. He made his kicks. So
how about Turpin? Though?
I don't think.
What we gonna do with Turpin?
Turpin?
Yeah, what we're gonna do, because Deuce is actually a pretty good special teams
Turpin
player.
dropped the one pass that went his way.
Oh my.
He dropped the one pass that went his way. So they trying to, you could tell that they're trying to incorporate him into the wide receiver mix, but he got to hold on to the ball. Rico looked good. He looked good as well. Malik Davis is gonna come down to what he do in this game, in this third game. It's gonna come down to what he does in his third game. He runs hard, but I think the slight difference between him and Rico is, Rico holding on to the ball versus Malik does hold on to the ball. So it's gonna come down to a tight thing. But I think I still feel like Rico gonna edge him out. So we'll see. I mean, we can take him over the practice squad. Malik Davis is, but I think Rico gonna edge him out.
Kelly said, did Rojo get any reps?
Yeah. Ronald Jones, isn't he still out because of his groin injury?
No, he's out. Yeah.
I didn't see Ronald Jones out there. I seen him on. He was over with the trainers. Most of the time, he was over with the trainers. So, I mean, that defense is ready. I will say that defense is ready, and we can get offense to match the intensity of where the defense is. We own to something. Barring injuries, anything like that or whatever. But if we can get offense to match that intensity where defense is at, we on to something. Dan Quinn got that defense looking good.
All right. Well, I want to let you guys know that I'm having some technical difficulties. I put it in the chat. So you guys have a good night. Finish the show up, and I will talk to you guys later, okay?
Cool. You sure?
All right.
Hey, Nikki, so let me ask you this. So I know we've been saying the O-line looks shaky or whatnot, but do you think that could be partly because of the our front seven? I think a lot of O-lines are going to look bad against our front seven, not just ours. So you think they can be like part of the reason why we feel like the O-line is shaky, or you think is it just bad play?
You say because of what reason?
Or you think it's large in part of what we got up front, or you think it's just bad play by the O-lineman?
I think it's because what we got up front.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I think it's because what we got up front.
Yeah, I think that front gonna make a lot of O-lines look bad. Yeah, I think so, bro. We deep up front, bro. We deep. Like, you're not gonna be able to block out them dudes. You're not.
Yeah, but
especially with Maz demanding a double team, you're not gonna be able to block everybody.
Yeah, but you think so? Because during the Jacksonville game and the Seattle game, we didn't open up that many holes when we tried to run the ball, and then pass protection has been shaky. So that's why I said on the offensive line, we need better depth. If one of our starters go down, we're going to be in trouble. So that's why I don't know if it, we need to do a better job at getting our depth ready just in case. Because how many times has Terrence Smith played in the recent years over 15 games? And I want him to play over 15 games, but having a bad back and a bad neck is crazy. You're always gonna have a bad back and a bad neck.
Right.
And then Terrence still coming back from
And that was one of the reasons why I was hoping that we would have went after Osiris, because he was right there for the taking.
He was
in the draft.
Osiris was right there.
Yeah, he was right there. But Jerry did make the statement that he said in so many words that kind of waiting to see what happens with final cuts after this preseason game. And then he may, we may have to dip into that pool of players that might hit the wires, So I think that's what it's all coming down to. They kind of just waiting to see what players gonna hit that wire once, once preseason in. Jerry all about saving bucks right now. So they're not gonna go out here and go get no fancy top player that's gonna cost them a lot of money this year and cost them a lot of money next year. They're looking for 1-year rentals for somebody to come in and they can do the job for this year, and then they'll worry about next year down the line. They main focus is making sure they have the money to pay Lamb and pay Parsons. So
Peters
said
might
so
come
many
back.
words.
I think Peters might come back. You think Peters might come back? Peters, Jason Peters. You think Jason Peters will come back?
I think if we get in a situation that we need him, he could.
Jeff doesn't
You
want
don't leave that old man alone.
That's all.
I'm good with him going to the Cowboys, man. Look,
Tyron Smith is.
We kept him as long as we needed to keep him. He moved on, and he was exactly who he was.
All right.
Right? An often injured old lineman who is a good gap fill. Right? He's not a starter. He's not a day one starter by any stretch. Right? Dude, he's a relatively solid backup at this point in his career. He's what we need. 42, 43?
40. He's going to be 41.
He's going to be 41. Andrew Whitworth played till he was 41, right? And realized, hey, man, it's time for me to go. Bro, JP should have done that before he went to Dallas. Good for him for going to Dallas, right? Did we like to see him in Dallas colors? Hell no. Did he have an impact? Hell no. Right? So
yes, he did.
No, he did.
He had an impact. We're talking about
Peter
saved our bacon.
Studs.
Yeah, Jason Peter saved our bacon last year.
When he played with us, he was out there doing. He wasn't bad, but you have to limit him to like 15, 20 plays a game.
Because he gets hurt.
20 plays a game. He's good. Hey, we only
need
need backups.
Nothing.
We only need depth anyway.
He is depth. Yes, absolutely. But
that's what we need
his mind
right now.
In his mind, he does not think he's depth anymore, or still at all. He still thinks he's a one.
No, I ain't
alpha male.
No, I know.
I mean, I get the mentality, right? I'm not mad at it for the mentality. I just wish he would realize, hey, bud, like, you're Twilight right now. But I mean, hey, y'all signed him, good for you, man.
A long time. That's what it is.
That's a totally different position.
Everybody want to do it. I know, but everybody wants to do it now.
I get it. Slay said the same crap too. Slay got tired at the end of the year. I mean, it is what it is. You get tired, man. Like, Father Time is undefeated, man.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. We all know that. But you're still not off the hook, Jeff. You're still not off the hook. We want details on why the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. Don't be trying to throw old coaches.
I gave you the details, bro. It's simple.
Trying to throw coaches under the
it's
bus.
simple. It's simple.
Nah, I'm just
Jonathan
playing, man.
Gannon.
Listen.
Andy Reid's offensive prowess, right? Using Dougie P's play calls against us. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we had an opportunity, and it didn't happen. It sucks,
So those two fumbles by Hurts didn't hurt
two
you?
two fumbles.
When Jalen Hurts
talking about?
fumbled twice. I thought he cut it off.
I know one guy returned for a touchdown, right?
That was the one in the first half. I don't remember a second fumble, man.
Yo, he had two fumbles if I'm not mistaken. Didn't Jalen Hurts have two fumbles?
I'm finna look it up.
That's news to me.
Didn't he have two turnovers in that game?
No, sir.
Everybody was talking about Dak Prescott. I said, wait a minute, Hurts had two in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
He had one fumble, and I don't remember him throwing a pick.
I could have swore he had two, or they called that back. Should have been two touchdowns.
I'm not sure.
I know one was a touchdown.
Yeah,
the one in the first half that made it 14-14.
Yeah,
I could have swore he turned the ball over twice.
Mm-mm. Not that I'm aware of.
But
unless the last play of the game was picked off. The Fail Mary.
I could have swore he had two, but anyway. But hey, listen, man. I'm glad you're on the show. We could talk our trash because you know I want all the smoke. Between Philly and the 49ers, I want all the smoke.
Yeah.
I want it all.
It's coming.
I want all the smoke. It's coming.
It's coming.
I like it though.
I'm telling you.
I love it.
I can't wait for this season.
I love it. Jalen Carter's
what
already
week do we see you?
Smack. I love it.
Week 6?
Damn, I just had the schedule. Yeah. Ooh, y'all got a stretch of games. Oh my God,
Bro.
y'all have a stretch of games.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa.
Hardest schedule in the NFL.
Yeah, we played November the 5th. Hold on, November the 5th.
I want to say that's week 6.
So when we play the Eagles in Dallas, that's what I want to know right now.
December the 10th. December the 10th.
December 10th.
That's the Sunday
second
night game.
Yeah,
but
I
Sunday
might
night
be a
game.
though.
The second game is
Sunday
in
night
Dallas.
football game.
Yeah. Did you know that Philly only has 3 1:00 games this year?
Really?
Yeah. I'm looking at the schedule now.
Yeah, 3 1:00 games.
I hate 1:00 games.
Weird.
I wish all the games were at 4:00.
Well, I mean, you guys are in Central, so most of you guys get them in.
Nah, I'm in New York. Anyway. I'm in Jersey.
Well, I mean,
I'm in
Cowboys,
Jersey,
right? I know you get it. Yeah.
But
Cowboys games are typically
I like
at 4:00
games. You go out hanging out, partying, and then the games come on 1:00. Man, come on.
I gotta get up way too early to start drinking for that.
It should be 4:00 games and 8 and 7:00 games, I guess. 1:00 is too early. It's way too early. You guys have a first place schedule this year as well. No second place schedule.
I mean,
we have a
literally first place schedule. Literally first place schedule. Hardest in the NFL.
Yeah, you guys. Hey, you went to the Super Bowl. You deserve it.
Hey, let's go.
You deserve it.
Here's the thing, right? So if we do well this year, right? Now, mind you, every team in the NFC East is in the top 10 for the hardest schedules for this year, right?
Yeah.
So if any of us, right, which I would say at least 2 of us have a strong opportunity to make it into the postseason, Philly and Dallas, right? Nobody can discount the season and what those teams have been through to get to that point. I don't care. You can talk all the schmiz you want, right? If teams with, the hardest, I think Dallas is like top 5, top 6 in the NFL, right? They make it as well. If they make it in a wild card and they get double-digit wins, there's no reason to be upset about how the regular season went. And then at that point, it's just like, where can you go in the postseason, right? Once week 18 is over, 0-0, boys. Like, it doesn't matter what happened during the regular season. That stuff does not carry.
Boy, from October 15th on, boy, y'all play some woo-wee.
Yeah.
Y'all got a schedule. Y'all
Well,
have
it's not even the matter
schedule.
of who we play; it's when we play, right? Because that's a lot of it too.
Games.
Yeah.
October's not bad. The weather's not bad in October.
Some weeks of traveling again, if I'm not mistaken. We're on the road like 3 weeks again, or at least 2 weeks and then a bye or something like that. I forgot. I haven't looked at the schedule in a minute, just because I've been busy. But yeah, I got to go back and look at both of our schedules again and see kind of the games I'm circling to see which ones I want to watch.
I'm watching all of them. I'm watching all, but
well,
I already have.
Which ones do I want to see the most, right? I know week 3 is going to be fun for me because I get to watch everything on Sunday because I'm going to the Monday night game.
Yeah.
That's us playing Tampa.
I'm looking at week 10 on the schedule now. Trying to see what I see on here. Yeah, I'm really only game I'm interested is us and the Giants. You got the Panthers, Bears, Colts, Patriots, Browns, Ravens gonna be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Browns, Ravens. I think the Ravens gonna be nasty. They said the Zay Flowers boy, they can't guard him in camp. So
look good.
Yeah, but that's about it. 49ers, Jaguars, Packers, Steelers. They may be a good one.
Yeah, we'll see what Jordan Love does, man.
Yeah, we'll see what Jordan Love look like.
Everybody look good in camp.
Yeah, it's different.
That's the thing.
Well, I'm not saying anything. I say we'll see what happens.
Everybody looks good. You know what? I should circle December the 17th because we go to Buffalo, and it's cold, and it's the Diggs brothers
in Buffalo
against each other in Buffalo, December 17th.
Speaking of the Diggs brothers, did you see the thing where they had like 3 or 4 teams that Stephon mentioned that he would want to come play for now?
Man,
because there was a lot of turmoil in Buffalo in the offseason.
Yeah, because Stephon tweeted said he thought he addressed this already. That what he tweeted. He was like, I thought I addressed this already.
Yeah, he said he was done.
He said we're done with it. So
that's what I thought too. I thought it interesting to hear that now, like right before the season that popped up again.
Yeah.
And he's not coming to Dallas.
Somebody else getting that type of attention though.
He's not coming to Dallas. So there's fans that said, hey, send him to Dallas. I said they would ask for number 1 and CeeDee Lamb. Are you kidding me?
You know we got to give up to get him. Like
exactly.
No.
Would you do it?
Him or Jonathan Taylor? We're not doing it.
Yeah, Jonathan
would you do it?
That's no.
Which one, Jonathan Taylor?
No. Would you give up a 1 and CD for Stephon?
No. Why? CD's just as good, and he's younger.
CD's just as good. Yeah.
CD's just as good, and he's younger.
CD's a slot.
CD can play outside. Listen, you missed CD's dad was on with us last week. Yeah. CeeDee Lamb is a outside wide receiver. Watch, he's better than what? He's just a versatile wide receiver.
Yeah, we had to put CD in the slot last year because we really didn't have a bona fide outside. Yeah,
they were doubling him.
Yeah, we had to do that with CD last year.
Listen, I watched CD in college. CD can play every position on the outside, inside, leave out the backfield, catch the ball, do whatever. I'm telling you, the best is yet to come from CD. I'm not trading CD for Diggs. I'm not doing that. And I like Diggs, but not CD. Oh, no, not number 88.
I love Diggs, but not CD.
If you want to throw Gallup in there and a number 2, I'll think about it, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for no CD Lamb.
Nah.
What's going on with Gallup?
Nothing. He's fine.
Is he showing out? Does he look healthy?
Yeah, he looks better than he did last year, everybody's saying. In camp, he's looking better than he did last year. But he need to worry about
staying a lot. I mean, Tolbert's look good. His feet are nasty, bro.
He wasn't ready though last year. Gallup wasn't ready. He wasn't fully healthy. He shouldn't have came back.
We brought Gallup back too early last year.
It was the pressure of the contract.
Yeah.
It was the pressure of the contract. He should have just waited maybe week 6 and come back. But Jerry said, "Hey, we need him out there. And that's
the thing. See, Jerry did that because he messed around and got rid of Cooper, and he had no business getting rid of Cooper. So I
still hate that. Yeah. I still hate it because I like Cooks, but Cooks is not Cooper to me. Cooper is just dangerous.
Yeah, that's a route
just dangerous.
Fool, yeah.
But hey, Jerry, hey, he won't say he made a mistake. He won't say it, so it is what it is. We just got to roll what we got.
I cannot wait.
Wayne Charles said Diggs is a diva. I agree. That's really the main reason why I don't want him. I feel like he's a diva. I think it's gonna be counterproductive to the locker room. You dig? So I ain't with it. I'm cool. And then he got his little brother on the other side. I just think
you know what it is with Diggs though.
So nah, I'm straight.
Diggs wasn't like that in Minnesota though. He wanted to get traded, but I think all the notoriety, being on TV, the commercials, and he's playing in New York. So it's a little different mindset when you start playing in New York, even though it's Buffalo. It's not New York City or playing in Metro Jersey. It's still New York, though. It's still New York, and he's getting notarized, and everybody knows who he is. He's on ESPN constantly talking about Josh Allen. So, of course, now he wanted the ball. I don't know why he didn't get the ball against the Bengals. He was open a lot. He just didn't get the ball. He was frustrated. Michael Irvin used to do the same thing. Michael Irvin used to tell Troy, I'm open on every play and give me the ball. Yeah. He used to curse Aikman out. You know that Michael Irvin used to curse Aikman out, give me the ball, and they should go at it. So, T.O., same way. Every wide receiver wants the ball. T.O., same way. Every wide receiver says they're open on every play. Every play. Randy Moss, he throws the hand home.
Wayne said he don't think Dak can handle Diggs. What you think about that?
Here we go. Why not? Dak can handle anybody. Dak has a personality that can handle anybody. And Dak will get in your face and curse you out too. We all saw that.
See, and that's what a lot of people don't see, Boogie. Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't see. They don't see that.
They just said because Diggs said shut your up, and everybody's like, oh my God, he said that to a quarterback. So what? Dak was probably talking smack to him too. And they didn't
Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We all play sports. No matter what it is, you're going to talk smack regardless. Offense, defense, whatever, the pitcher, catcher, whatever it is you play, even on the track, you can't, I'll smoke you, I'll burn you. It's just part of the game. It's a lot of testosterone that's going on. You're just going to talk trash. That's it.
But there's a bunch
and Dak talks trash with the best of them, too, I'm telling you. You think Romo ain't talking no trash to D. Ware? Yeah, he did. He talked trash. Everybody talk trash. Now, you know the Eagles talk trash. You know the Eagles talk trash.
Yeah, but they had to stop the Eagles practice, didn't they? Y'all kept getting the fight, right? So y'all kept... So y'all practice.
Ain't no brotherly love in Philadelphia. Ain't no brotherly love.
There's tons of love up there. Tons of love up there.
Yeah, they got a jail in the basement, yo. They got a jail.
No, man, that stuff's been going for a long time, bro. Come on, man. This ain't the vet, bro. The vet's been demolished for years,
Santa Claus. Come on, man.
70s. Come on,
How's
bro.
Santa Claus doing, bro? I bet you Santa Claus saying, I'm not going to Philly.
He's living.
Santa Claus.
We boo our own players.
Yeah, y'all do. Well, hey, listen. The Cowboys boo their own players.
Equal opportunity haters is what you call it.
Philadelphia is just a little different. Philly's just a little different when it comes down to that.
Yeah.
It's just different, man. Oh, my God.
I got to get up there this year for a game. I really need to get my butt up there for a game this year.
It's just different. Hey, don't go when it's cold. Because
I love the cold.
Wind off the water, good luck with that.
I love it when it's cold, man. Let's go. I live where it's hot all year round. So let me get some cold, man.
Oh, you want to come to the Northeast?
Sure, bro.
I might go to Philly and watch the Cowboy game with some of my friends from Philly and just go to a sports bar and watch the game. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a sports bar and watch the game. I'm down for that.
Man,
just going to have a good time.
I want to go to Philly and watch, but I know how I'm coming. I'm gonna have on Cowboy everything. I know that's gonna be a problem.
It's like that for anybody who comes up there with not,
Yeah, Philly. It's just they give it to the Giant fans worse, but they hate the Cowboys the most.
Really?
Yeah. They hate the Cowboys the worst. They hate the Cowboys the worst. I'm telling you, they hate the Cowboys the worst. They do. They hate everybody who wants to come to the Cowboys. It's something else.
Yeah, you see the TikTok videos of the 49ers fan that was talking about his time up there?
He ain't had no issue. That's what's up, cool.
Yeah. So if you go up there and you're a decent person, right? You got thick skin and you just kind of laugh at all the shit that happens, like they'll be like, all right, man, he's good. Let him in. But if you start getting combative, it's just gonna get worse.
It's just who you are. It's just how you handle certain things.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm cool. Like I'm cool. Like we can be losing or whatnot. I'm cool. I can take whatever you want to give me. But don't mess around and let the rabbit get the gun. That's all I gotta say. If the rabbit get the gun, then it's my turn. I'm gonna have fun. Please believe that.
But you know, it's like that anywhere you go, though. I mean,
yeah.
I guess I'm just a lightning rod for the nonsense anyway. So it's just the fact that I just got to be careful when I go out, especially, you know, I'm rooting for the Cowboys and everything. But I'm cool. But then you have some inebriated fans that, you know, don't like the way certain things happen, and then it goes berserk after that. It's more when the alcohol gets in the system. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, people have this notion that want to start talking trash, extra trash.
Liquid courage.
That's the only thing I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like that.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
I don't like that. But hey, it is what it is. So I might go to Philly and watch it in the sports bar or whatever. Because that's gonna be
we got
really,
Philly,
really
we got Philly in November, right? We in Philly November. Is it November 5th?
No, we in Philly in October. Philly
It's
comes
October?
to us in November. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's December. It's December 10th. We play Philly, and then we play
they
Philly
come
in
to us.
October.
They come to us December 10th. Yeah, they come to us December 10th. Yeah.
I'll take a winter game
we
indoors.
played them November the 5th. We played them
So
November
it is
the
November
5th.
5th. So we in Philly November 5th.
And it's a Sunday. It's at 4:25. What?
Ooh.
4:25 game on a Sunday?
That'll be the primary game on. They got to look at the rest of the schedule and see what else is going on that week and why they flex that one to 4:25.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be flexed.
I think that early in the season is going to be hard to flex it, though.
You think so? In November?
Is that in Philly or in Dallas?
Yeah, that's in Philly.
It's in
November
Philly.
5th is in Philly.
In November?
It's in Philly. Yeah.
Well, I think if that game got some huge playoff implications, like division on the line or something like that, it may
not in November though. It's too early in November.
You think so?
Probably.
Because we play the Giants after that.
What week is
that?
On
Sunday in Dallas at 4:25.
Boogie, what weekend is that y'all play in Philly?
What weekend is that? Damn, it's not telling me, but let me see.
It's in November, right?
What game is that?
That's probably like week 12. No, week 10 or 11, I think.
And maybe week like 9. When's the bye week though? It's not telling me the bye weeks or whatever. But it's probably between weeks 9 and 10. It's gonna be 9 and 10. Because we play the Rams before that and the Chargers, and then we play the Eagles.
Okay.
I think it's probably still a little too early.
Yeah, it might be.
I'm glad
4:25?
That's weird that it's a 4:25 game in Philly.
That's weird. 4:25 though?
That'll be the game of the week.
When's the last time we played at 4:25 against Philadelphia? When's the last time we've done that?
At home?
Yeah.
That's weird.
At home. Yeah, that's what I said. We only got 3 1:00 games this year, bro.
That's weird. We played the 49ers too Sunday night on Monday.
I'm glad that's an earlier
game or Sunday night game. Sure will.
It's either Monday night or Sunday night. It's 8:20. It's either Sunday night game or Monday night game.
That's Sunday night.
We owe the 49ers. We do.
Big time.
We owe them dearly. We owe them dearly.
The 49ers? Or you owe the 49ers?
Oh, you got jokes. Oh, you got jokes. I caught that quick. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, I want to see us against the 49ers with a full team.
Yeah.
I want to see how we do. I want to see how Mike McCarthy's really going to call that game against the 49ers. I want to see.
Yeah, me too.
That's going to be telling by that point.
Yeah, it is. I mean, don't forget, Mike McCarthy was run out of Green Bay because of his play calling. And now he's going to take over play calling in Dallas. That's my only issue. So we have the issue with him with time management, sometimes discipline, and now he's calling the games. So it's like, okay, Mike McCarthy, hey, You're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat right now. How you gonna call these games?
I'll tell you what
Situational
concerns me
football needs to
more
improve.
about. I'll tell you what concerns me more about him saying that he wants to call the plays is that he said he wants to be, a heavy run team. Like, and that could be smoke and mirrors, right? He's never really had a strong run team in Green Bay, right? He never really relied on the run. And then also, when you look at your running back room, you don't really have a room that's strong enough to carry a team as a run-first offense.
I don't think we're gonna run the ball that much. I think we're gonna be
I
more
don't-
passing
you
team because we went and got Cooks.
It's smoke.
Yeah, so I don't think it's
smoke.
gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like Pittsburgh, right? I don't think it's gonna be a run game like that. I think we're gonna run the ball to kind of keep us in third and manageable, to kind of stay ahead of the chains, right? So we can get 2-3 yards of pop, right? I think he'll be. He just want to commit to the run. That's something Kellen did not do. He did not commit to the run. We got a couple 2-3 yard games. Kellen was okay. We finna throw it. You know what I'm saying? So I think Mike is saying we're gonna have more of a commitment to the run game, right? So and it may. I don't think it's gonna look like smash mouth. Like we're gonna line up and I don't think it's gonna look like that. I think it's gonna be a lot of. You may see a couple tight ends, play action boots. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, sort of like San Fran, but not quite. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be kind of, sort of something like that. You may see CD Greg get a couple jet sweeps. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be more predicated on just staying ahead of the chains. And if we can catch you slipping on play action and get you for a chunk play, then cool, But I think it's going to be more so we are going to run the ball. We are committed to running the ball, right? So and then I think that's going to open up a lot of other stuff that he want to do.
You think so? I think he's going to run the ball. If we're up by 14 points or double digits, that's when he's going to probably run the ball more and do play action.
And I agree.
So we can get to that point because in the fourth quarter, third quarter, you want to unleash our pass rush. That's what you want to do. And so Kellen Moore was like Coriel. He just wanted to pass all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you pass, that throws an interception, the defense comes back on the field. And then win it. You know what I'm saying? And then we can't stop the run. So now it's like, hey, listen, situational football. Listen, we up by 10. Let's milk the clock a little bit. Get our defense a chance to rest. So when they get back out there, we up by 10, we up by 12, we up by 14. Let them unleash HEL. And that's what we want to do because we got a great pass rush. We got great pass rush. We got
awesome
great speed. We got good corners. Hopefully Diggs won't bite. That's one thing about Diggs. I love his aggressiveness, but he bites a lot. So he has to understand. Look at the hips. Look at the hips, bro. You don't have to bite everything.
Yeah.
And so
he good. You can get him on a double move at least once a game.
Exactly. You can. And that's my only concern with him. That's my only concern. Other than that, I'm fine. So hopefully Gilmore was, show him some of those veteran techniques and whatever else. Give him a little elbow, a little tug on a jersey here and there. But that's the only thing that basically I'm concerned with Diggs. So you're gonna have Parsons out there, you're gonna have Sam Williams out there, you're gonna have Lowe out there. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you want them to be fresh, rushing the passer.
Yeah,
you want them to be fresh.
Diggs is gonna have to adjust his, I guess you can call it his scheme, right? So year one, he was an out of phase DB, right? Year two, he tried to blend a lot more in phase because he realized that, he was being very opportunistic, but he was still getting beat. So he tried to go in phase and stay in the pocket, but by him going in the pocket more, he was susceptible to those sluggos. So I agree. He's going to need Gilly to kind of teach him, like you said, watch the hips and adjust, but you can still play off, right? Because I don't see him as a true in phase man-to-man corner. I just don't think that that's where he thrives well, but he's going to have to learn how to show them one thing and be another way, right? He's going to have to show them that he's going to play some shade, right? And force his leverage where he needs to go. I mean, he's going to have to force everybody to the sideline. If he forces anybody to the middle, that's where it's going to be a problem again.
Yeah, because he doesn't have makeup speed. That's the thing.
He doesn't
have
right?
makeup
So
speed like
he's
that.
got to show inside technique, right? If you start showing outside technique, it's over, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's also where you get your help from your safety. So
Hooker.
it's a trade off, right? We all get it. Like if we understand ball, right? We get it. But yeah, if he's able to kind of fix that issue, like Cowboy was saying with the sluggos and you know getting burnt, it's gonna be a problem. It'll be a problem because I mean he was a receiver, so he understands you know route concepts and how these guys are gonna move. He just has to anticipate and move the right way.
Yeah, his safety is gonna have to talk to him a little bit more. That's why I love Boss Man, because Boss Man is a prototype cornerback. He's a 4'3" guy, 6'1", 6'2", 205, but mentally he's not there yet. Because I like speed at cornerback, because every cornerback is gonna get beat off the line of scrimmage. It happens. That's why I love Deion so much, because Deion got burned off the line of scrimmage sometimes, but he was so quick and so fast, he made up for it. So that's why I always like my cornerbacks. They at least run the 40 and 4.4, 4.3, and have quick hips, have dancer hips. And that's why I mentioned that to actually, you know, Cliff Lamb last week about, you know, CD looks like he could be a corner. He was like, yeah, I want him to be a corner because of his hips. You always look at the hips. The hips, you know, if you're a good corner, if you have really quick hips, you get in and out quick. That's why being a good salsa dancer is pretty beneficial to certain dancers. That's why Lynn Swann was such an acrobatic wide receiver, because he took ballet. I love Lynn Swann, even though I'm a Cowboy fan. Lynn Swann was dope. So, I mean, hey, I'm just listening. When it comes down to the Eagles and the Cowboys, I'm all for the smoke. Even now the Giant fans are here in New York, Jersey, talking smack. The Jet fans are talking smack. So, hey, it's going to be very interesting, man. And every week is going to be a dogfight, I think. The NFL is so much parity right now. Every week is going to be a dogfight. No matter
New York
who it
could be
is.
interesting, man. New York could be interesting.
I think the Giants. I think the Giants going to be sneaky. I think the Giants going to be real sneaky. Wayne just said, don't sleep on the Giants. I think the Giants going to be sneaky. I do.
I think maybe the Commanders actually have a better offense than the Giants. Minus Saquon. If you look at the Commanders' offense, you look at their skill players. They have some really good skill players out there.
Yeah, they do. They do.
The quarterback position we just don't know. I don't know about Danny Dimes either. Danny Dimes only threw for 15 touchdowns last year. I don't care what wide receivers he had. He only had 15, and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's a top 10 quarterback." Okay, whatever. So I mean, hey, our division is going to be really tough too. And to be honest with you, you want it to be tough because when the playoffs come, you're already battle tested.
Exactly.
That's why you said something about the strength of schedule and having those strength of schedule. And if 2 or 3 teams from our actually division goes to the playoffs, we battle tested. So that's a beautiful thing.
I mean, you look at the NFC playoffs last year, it was 3 NFC East teams and the 49ers, right? So
the last 4.
The last 4 was 3 NFC East teams and the 49ers. So we can very well see that again this year.
Good.
We should.
Yeah.
We should see it.
So
I mean, it's parity. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be a dogfight every week because we play the AFC East. That's gonna be a dogfight. We play the West too. Seattle's a good team. Seattle's a good team as well. So I mean, hey, parity's in the league now. This is what we have to look forward to year in and year out right now. So I'm looking forward. But the 49ers and the Eagles smoke, I really want it. I want it. Wayne, no. I grew up with Wayne Charles. He know. I don't care. I want the Eagles smoke. I don't care. We haven't been in Super Bowl in a long time. I don't care. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys. Big brother. It's time for Big Brother to show little brother what's going on.
Exactly.
That's what I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to leave it. It's time for Big Brother to show little brother, wait a minute. We're going to let you get yours, but now we're here to take it back.
Yeah. Y'all had your opportunity.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, y'all had your opportunity.
Hey, when Jalen Carter started talking that mess, it's like, whoa, really?
Hey!
Oh, I like that. I like that type of party.
Hey, you got to deal with Zach Martin. He got to deal with Zach Martin. So you need to be the last somebody to talk.
I'm good with that. I like that. I like that. Honestly,
I love it
I'm
too.
so glad that Zach Martin is back.
Yeah,
Right? I didn't want him
Zach
holding
Martin,
out.
man.
Boogie, you seen it.
Yeah,
I'm glad
yep,
he came back. I'm glad you solidified up the interior with the best guard in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
But I want to see that battle because that battle alone right there opens up the rest of the O-line. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Yes,
I'm
it
here
does.
for it.
Listen, we both want to smoke. Listen, we both have two very good teams.
Yes.
We both have two very good rosters. What's going to come down to it is going to be play calling, that versus Hurts. That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to who makes the mistakes at the most critical times. It's going to come down to those two quarterbacks. We can stay here and say we got this, we got that, but it's going to come down to the quarterback play and play calling. That's what's going to come down to. Yeah. And one of us is going to be happy. Somebody's going to be mad. That's all I know.
Every year.
Somebody's going to be pissed.
Every year, bro.
That's what it's going to come down to. I mean, the play calling and, hey, can Hurts move the ball? Can Dak move the ball in certain situations? What's going to happen when the play breaks down? You know, can Dak get out of trouble? Can Hurts actually make the right reads at certain times? So it's going to be interesting. And I love it. Same thing with Brock Purdy. Can Brock Purdy really do it now that there's film on him? Before there wasn't a lot of film on Brock Purdy, but now everybody has been watching film of what he did last year. Like, oh, he has a tendency to do this and that. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Woo, Danny Dimes, Danny Turnover.
Danny Turnover.
No.
Yeah, so, hey, you know Wayne Charles. Your boy
What'd
Wayne Charles in the comment said something about Jalen.
I can't see the comments right now.
Yeah, he said Jalen is a monster. I said, I understand. Jalen was a monster at Georgia. I give him that. He was a monster at Georgia, but this ain't Georgia. He ain't playing the University of Tennessee O-line. he ain't.
You said Tennessee O-line?
Yeah, he ain't playing University of Tennessee O-line. He ain't playing
Arkansas
O-line. He ain't playing Arkansas O-line.
He ain't playing Arkansas.
He was a monster against those guys.
Yeah, but he wasn't a monster against Bama either. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't a monster against Bama. I'm a Bama fan. I know. Yeah. I watch the games. I just want to see, you know what it is? I just want to see both teams go out here and be scrappy and play hard. And may the best team win. And may the best team win. That's it. You know, hey, maybe when the Cowboys play the Eagles in December, maybe Dez Bryant will lead them out to the field. Who knows? Maybe Dez. I've been dying for that. Even if Dez can come in a Philly and run out first and be the honorary captain for the game for them and run out, I would love that. I would love that.
Can he catch that flight?
He can catch any flight. He caught that ball. He
definitely caught the ball and took 3 steps.
He caught the
ball. By today's rules.
Yeah, he caught the ball and took 3 steps.
At that time.
He caught that ball. That was a football play. That was a football move. He caught that ball.
Yeah, he took 3 steps. After the second step, you were running. He took 3. Yeah.
He took it. That was a touchdown.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. But, hey, we need Dez to run out on that field, get us hyped with some of that emotion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I miss sometimes because Dez Bryant was like, he was Michael Irvin part 2. CeeDee Lamb is not as vocal. You know what I'm saying? He's not as vocal.
No, he's not. He's not as vocal.
So sometimes you miss that. I mean, hopefully Michael Parsons can be that vocal leader because you're going to need that too. At certain games, you're going to need a vocal leader. But we missing that right now. I know Dad is more laid back in the cut and whatever. But sometimes on the sideline, man, you need somebody to get like yoked up on the face mask or something. You running the wrong route. Somebody got to say something. Yeah. You know, we need that because I think that's very important to have doing football games. You need that. You need somebody to give you that rah-rah. You do.
Yeah. Hey, Boo, we got to close out, man. We got a minute left.
Oh, we got a minute left? Oh, dang.
We got to close out. Man, the Eagles fans here talking about we still crying about that. Y'all was crying about the field in the Super Bowl, wasn't it? If we played y'all on real grass.
You mean the cleats?
Yeah, talking about the cleats.
I'm talking about the cleats. I should have had on the right proper equipment, and I did.
If I would have had the right cleats on, all that.
Oh man, yeah, it's 10 o'clock, man.
It is what it is.
Listen, Jeff, thank you so much for coming on, man, brother. You know,
Salute,
it's all
Jeff.
love between us. We talk a
Yeah,
lot
man.
of stuff. We banter back and forth, but it's all
Always.
love and appreciation for the fan base of the
Absolutely,
Eagles, man.
bro.
You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying?
Same,
Always,
Same.
brother.
It's good to see you guys again. I know it's been a while. I know I've been busy, but as soon as I see you popping, I was like, you know what? I got some time. Get me on.
Come on. Come on. You gonna be on the other side popping. I said, come over here and pop some more.
Yeah. I'm on restriction right now from the other sites, but you know, it is what it is.
Oh, damn, they put you in Facebook jail?
Facebook jail again. Yeah, till the 24th. I got 2 more days, bro.
Yo, they put you in Facebook jail. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Mitchery was out there in full
I'm gonna
effect.
have to get you a good lawyer for that one. Woo.
It'll be time served in 2 days. I'll be good to go.
All right, that's what's up. But hey, man, thanks for coming on. Thank all the great fans out there for showing us love, man. We really appreciate everybody out there for coming and supporting the family. You know, this is basically a safe space for everybody to come and just enjoy themselves and have fun. I say sometimes it may get a little heated, but hey, that's all because we love the Cowboys and we competitors at the end of the day. So thank everybody for coming out, and hopefully everybody have fun and enjoy themselves. And we'll be back next week talking that football talk, and let's see what happens, you know, versus the Raiders on Saturday. You know, hey, right before the cuts, man, hey, some of these rookies and some of these veterans, you know, hey, they're going to be scrapping to make the team. So let's see. All right, Mr. Cowboy, any final words, my brother?
Nah, this buddy. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Jeff, we enjoyed you, man. We appreciate you for showing up. That's it. Like we appreciate everybody. You know, I'll be starting up this week, so I'll be coming on next week, Wednesday.
All right, cool. So, we be coming on your show too, bro. Send the invite.
Yeah, dog. You know, I gotta have my play cousins on there with me.
Yes, sir. It's all love on there, brother. We support each other. It's all love, man. It's all love. Yeah. And then Jeff, if you had a show, we come on that show too.
We come on there too, Jeff.
No time for all that, but I'll come in here and spend time with you guys. I enjoy it, honestly.
All right. What's up, man? All right. Well, everybody, listen. Nikki and Sean sends their regards and loves, and they'll see y'all next week. All right, everybody.
Y'all be safe,
everybody. All right, y'all.
Bye.